It will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
Did God just use President Donald Trump almost to sound a trumpet, to make a declaration that caused a shift in the atmosphere that will affect the world? And the question I have is, the people listening, especially pastors and leaders and the church and other people, did they see the significance that this statement had for all of us? Well, good morning and welcome this morning to Timeout. My name is Jack Vint. I trust where you are that you're well, that you're safe, and that you've got a hot cup of coffee with you to see you through the day. Now, did God just use President Donald Trump to sound a trumpet, to make a declaration that caused a shift in the atmosphere that will affect the world? And the question I have is, the people listening, especially pastors and leaders and the church and other people, did they see the significance that this statement had for all of us? I'm going to say something about that and why I believe it's so significant for you and I. So don't go away. Now, if you listen to President Donald Trump's inauguration speech, it was long. He said a lot of things, but it was inspiring. And I sensed the people, if you watched in the room, they were excited, majority of them, apart from a few Democrats and, of course, President Biden and Kamala Harris. They had their heads down because he was having a full blast at them. And even if President Donald Trump can't do all those things that he says, even if he only does some of them, it's still, he gave so much hope and momentum just in his vision that he shared. And coming from a country where we have poor leadership and a clueless president, it was quite refreshing to hear. So I want to just say one or two things before I share with you the most significant thing that I believe he said that was like a trumpet sound that made a shift in the spiritual realm. So let me just start by when he shared his testimony or his story about when they tried to assassinate him and he moved his head and the bullet pierced his ear. He said, "I was saved by God." That's interesting. And he said, to make America great again. And I don't doubt that that's why God saved him. But I believe it's even for more than that. And I'm going to share that with you in a while. Now, the other thing that was inspiring that he said, we will move with purpose and speed to bring back hope, prosperity, safety, and peace to all the people in our country. Wow. That's a great thing to hear if you were listening to that speech. But the most significant thing that I believe he said, that was like a trumpet sound, that I believe God urged him to say. He said, as of today, it will be the official policy of the government of the United States. We will only be recognizing two genders, male and female. And wow, he was quoting the Bible there, even if he may not realize it. And I'm going to say something about that. But Donald Trump didn't just declare that there's only two genders. He is now going after the DEI programs in the government and especially in the military. He's told the Pentagon and all the military to stop these programs, the DEI, which is diversity, I think equity, inclusion, which is a policy to, which was very much brought a woke slant to things. He is stopping them in these tracks. And he, the other night, said in his speech, they found 186 million that was allocated for training, DEI training, whatever that is. And he has stopped it. And I can imagine there are a lot of angry people, especially those who wanted to buy pink uniforms. So he's causing a stir. And you know, that's affected the countries and even other countries, because all of a sudden, I don't know if you've seen, you know, all these woke agendas and the companies that were, you know, propagating them are making it a U-turn. You know, companies like McDonald's, Meta, Walmart, Boeing, I think even Ford, Harley Davidson of all places, and, Amazon, Target, and many others. And I believe they're all going to, because at the end I realize it's all about money. The bottom line is, if they lose money because, Donald Trump has got a mandate from the American people and they are their customers, and if they say we don't want these policies and they promote it, they will lose money. And so they made a U-turn. Isn't that interesting that all these things are changing instantly? And the reason I say this has been a moment in time, it reminds me of Genesis 1 verse 27. It says, so God created mankind, no doubt, in his own image, in the image of God, he created them. The Bible says he created them male and female. God has never been confused about who you and I are. And the verse before says I think verse 26 says we are made in his likeness and his image. So I believe that the enemy is gone after our image. And I want to share this with you. And it has affected, when you're in doubt about who you are, when I'm in doubt about who I am, where I come from, what my purpose is in life, I start doubting my destiny. And when I start doubting my destiny, I start losing my way, and I don't anyway know my identity anymore. And when I don't know my identity, I can't move forward. And that is what was happening with all this confusion, not just for Christians, but also for children. They were telling them, you don't really have to be this, you don't have to be that. They were challenging through the devil, I believe, the enemy, God's image that we were created in. And that brought about a lot of confusion. And I'm so happy that there was a declaration that God urged a leader to make in the heavenlies, to blow a trumpet, which made a shift that is going to affect everyone. And you may say, well, he said that for America. I believe that influence will be felt all over the world, especially the Christian nations. And so that is exciting. God is not confused about who you are and where you come from. And he doesn't want you and I to be confused. My name is Jack Vint. You've been watching Timeout. If you like this video, please subscribe and leave a comment. And otherwise, God bless you. And I pray God bless President Donald Trump.